Former professional basketball player Michael Jeffrey Jordan, often known by his initials MJ, is now an American businessman. Michael Jordan is unquestionably the best basketball player of all time, according to the National Basketball Association's NBA official website. He participated in 15 NBA seasons, earning 6 NBA titles with the Chicago Bulls. In the 1980s and 1990s, he played a significant role in the globalization of the NBA and the game of basketball, emerging as a cultural figure. That was a mouthful, innit? Michael's game can never be called light and sweet, and his interactions with other players are legendary to this day for all fans. In this video, we will be looking at times Michael Jordan humiliated his opponents. Let's get started. 1. Michael Jordan versus Patrick Ewing. In the 1980s and 1990s, Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing ruled the NBA. Jordan had 6 championship rings at the end of his career, while Ewing had none. But before joining the most famous basketball league in the world, they faced off against one another. They made a name for themselves as NBA legends. In 1997, both players were named for the 50th anniversary squad. Jordan jokingly referred to Ewing as a black hole prior to the event and asserted that Dikembe Mutombo was the best center. In the NBA, Michael and Patrick engaged in several epic fights. Jordan won each series they faced off during their 5 postseason games against each other, but all reached the peak when in 1991, Michael did a legendary poster dunk against Patrick. 2. Michael Jordan vs. Reggie Miller. The legendary clashes between Reggie Miller and Michael Jordan were numerous and famous. Both Hall of Famers were ferocious competitors who were willing to do whatever it needed to succeed. They faced off 49 times during the regular season and 7 times during the postseason. Although Miller put up an incredible fight, Jordan won 32 of their games throughout the regular season and their only playoff series. Reggie isn't the best trash talker, but he definitely ranks high on the list. Michael Jordan was the target of his mischief while he was just a rookie. Reggie Miller once shared this in a Jimmy Kimmel interview. He quoted, "I started talking as soon as I got into the league, but I had a bad experience. My rookie year, we were playing the Chicago Bulls. This is Michael Jordan's 3rd or 4th year in. I'm a wide-eyed, energetic rookie, and we're playing this exhibition game, and Michael's going through the motion."
We're playing this exhibition game, and Michael's going through the motion.
Further, he revealed his teammate, Chuck Person, suggested to him to trash talk Michael Jordan.
And Chuck Person, who's on my team, who's a trash talker as well, is like, "Can you believe Michael Jordan?"
Miller added, "I was like, you know what? You're right. Michael, who do you think you are? The great Michael Jordan? That's right. There's a new kid in town." He kind of looks at me and starts shaking his head. So at the half, I have 10, and he has 4 points right. I'm doing all this talking. He's like, "Okay, end of the game." In the second half, he ended up with 44, and I ended up with 12. So he outscored me 40-2. And as he's walking off, he's like, "Be sure and be careful. You never talk to Black Jesus again." Black Jesus indeed.
Be sure and be careful. You never talk to Black Jesus like that.
3. Michael Jordan versus Cory Benjamin. There is a narrow line between confidence and arrogance for a professional athlete. Before turning 21, Cory Benjamin, a former NBA star, learned his lesson the hard way. Benjamin, being selected by the Chicago Bulls, was in a good mood, but his confidence was almost arrogant. Randy Brown, a close friend and former teammate of the legendary Michael Jordan, and Benjamin were talking. Jordan had just retired and was keeping his distance, but Benjamin made some serious claims. He said to Brown that if they played a one-on-one contest, he could easily defeat Jordan. Naturally, Brown let his teammates and Jordan know about this. The big guy's response was now awaited. Jordan arrived soon after, in November 1999, with his training equipment. He was prepared to demonstrate his continued dominance at the age of 36. It didn't take Jordan very long to gain the upper hand, and the 6-time NBA champion began to give Benjamin a taste of trash, talking by saying what he would do next. Jordan effortlessly retrieved possession as Benjamin was attacking. He had the appearance of a high school coach giving instructions to a team of players under 13. 4. Michael Jordan versus Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan were close friends throughout their youth. When they were teammates on the 1992 Dream Team, their relationship really took off, and it has only grown stronger over time. Jordan actually gave Barkley a magnificent set of 20,000 earrings in 1993. These presents appeared right before the NBA Finals matchup between the two. As a result, a lot of people thought his airness gave Barkley these earrings to make him relax. And in fact, as Jordan publicly acknowledged, the fat fuck was Jordan's enemy. According to former Bulls coach Johnny Bogues, we may never know whether Jordan's ability to manipulate people helped him win the finals or not, but many people still do. 5. Michael Jordan versus Isaiah Thomas. Prior to Jordan's Bulls becoming a dynasty, they had trouble defeating Thomas's Pistons in the NBA playoffs, falling to Detroit in 1988, 1989, and 1990, before ultimately succeeding in the 1991 Eastern Conference Finals. And Jordan always shook hands with Isaiah, but Isaiah left him hanging after his win in 1991. And that made him furious, and he decided to take revenge, and revenge he took. Jordan is reported to have said about the 1992 Dream Team that, and when they called me to ask me to play, Rod Thorne called me, and I said, Rod, I won't play if Isaiah Thomas is on the team. During his interview for The Last Dance, Thomas expressed regret and conceded that he should have congratulated the Bulls. Jordan wasn't buying the explanation. Whatever Thomas says now, you know it wasn't his true feelings then, Jordan said. You know, there's time enough to think about, or the reaction of the public that's changed his perspective. You can show me anything you want. There's no way you can convince me that he wasn't an a-hole. 6. Michael Jordan versus Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr, a TNT commentator at the moment, recalled a story about how Michael Jordan developed his leadership skills on the Dan Patrick Show. I disagreed with him one time, Kerr said with a chuckle. I think he punched me in the face. It was one of the best things that ever happened for me. I needed to stand up and go back at him. I think I earned some respect, but we have a great relationship ever since. You gotta prove it, and then once you prove it, you're fine. That disagreement happened during a scrimmage at training camp when Kerr took offense to something Jordan said, and he didn't refrain from expressing his true feelings. But Kerr did not hold a grudge after taking a fist to the nose. After that, there were no resentments between Kerr and Jordan. Also, Jordan passed without hesitation to Kerr in Game 6 of the 1997 NBA Finals, and Kerr calmly made the jumper that won the game and secured the victory. 7. Michael Jordan versus Kwame Brown. One of the greatest NBA draft busts in history has to be Kwame Brown. He serves as an illustration of a young, gifted phenom who failed to live up to the hype. His plight as a Washington Wizard, though, was undoubtedly made worse by the general manager who selected him. According to a Sports Illustrated article, as a leader, Jordan proved more tormentor than mentor. Many Washington players got the business end of a Jordan harangue, but he designated second-year forward Kwame Brown as the whipping boy. A source told SI that Jordan ritually reduced Brown to tears in front of the team. 8. Michael Jordan versus Muggsy Bogues. After Jordan's widely anticipated return to the NBA in 1995, he didn't hold back when the Bulls faced the Charlotte Hornets in the first round. Johnny Bach, a former Bulls assistant coach, claimed that Jordan was guarding Muggsy Bogues at the time that this occurred. Muggsy had the ball with the Hornets down one during the most important possession of the game. "Shoot it, you foxing midget," Jordan said as he moved away from him. Muggsy tried to shoot it but fell short. A year later, Muggsy confessed to Johnny Bach that he thought that one play had destroyed his career. His shot never made a comeback. The following year, Bogues' career unquestionably began to deteriorate. It is debatable as to whether Jordan was the main cause of this. 9. Michael Jordan versus Robert Parish. The 7-foot center known as the Chief, Robert Parish, had earned the respect of his teammates and opponents alike during his prime time. Everyone, that is, save Michael Jordan. Parish played for the Chicago Bulls in 1996-1997 during the second Jordan three-peat. Jordan reacted in a very different way than Parish had expected towards him. Parish messed up a play in one of his first practices with the Bulls and was pleased to see Jordan glaring at him from within inches of his face. I told him, "I'm not as enamored with you as these other guys. I've got some rings too," Parish recalled. At that point he told me, "I'm gonna kick your ass." I took one step closer and said, "No, you really aren't." After that he didn't bother me. 10. Michael Jordan versus Magic Johnson. Two outstanding basketball players who long ruled the NBA were Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson. Unfortunately, both of them had shorter careers than the majority of their contemporaries. Magic played for 13 seasons with the LA Lakers, his only franchise, while Jordan played for 15 years. Jordan won 7 of the 13 regular season games the two icons played against one another. Additionally, they faced off against one another in the playoffs, meeting in the 1991 NBA Finals. Johnson revealed on the Jimmy Kimmel Show about his humiliating encounter with Jordan. And with that thought, our video comes to an end. If you find it thrilling, please click the like and subscribe buttons below. Tap the bell icon to ensure that you don't miss any uploads. Share the video and write down all of your thoughts and reviews in the comments. We'll catch you all soon.